In this video, you will learn all the terminology related to mass imbalance that every pilot must know. So after watching this video until the end, you will no longer have any issues or doubts about any of the mass imbalance terminology. Hi everyone, thanks for clicking and welcome back to my channel. Before we go ahead and start this video, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for helping this humble channel reach 1,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me and shows that you guys like this content. So guess what? More content is coming on a weekly basis. And as usual, if there is any topic that you guys would like me to touch on, please do not hesitate to leave your suggestions in the comment section below or leave me a DM on my Instagram. Without any further ado, let's get started. The first term we have on the list today is standard empty weight. The standard empty weight is the weight of an empty airplane including unusable fuel, full operating fluid, well, hydraulic fluids, and full engine oil. Next, we have basic empty weight. Now, the basic empty weight is simply standard empty weight plus operational equipment, such as a fire extinguisher, first aid kit, torch, tow bar, and so on. So, the basic empty weight, or the basic empty mass, is the starting point of the mass imbalance calculations. Alright, next we have useful load. The useful load is the total usable fuel, cargo, passengers. Now, keep in mind that crew do not form part of the useful load. You might think of useful load as traffic load plus takeoff fuel. Next, traffic load. The traffic load was originally known as payload. They probably altered the name because this payload includes non-revenue load as well, such as spare tires, tow bars, and so on. So the name pay was a bit misplaced. So to make it easy for you to understand, traffic load is payload plus any non-revenue items carried on the flight that is deemed necessary by the airline to be carried for the safe operation of the flight. This could be, like I said before, a tow bar or a spare tire. Now the dry operating mass. The dry operating mass is basically the basic empty mass of the airplane plus the crew and their luggage. It's the total of the flight deck crew and their luggage plus cabin crew, of course, and their luggage as well. Now, the dry operating mass is more for big jets. You will probably never going to hear this term used in general aviation or in your flight training. Next one, zero fuel mass. Zero fuel mass or zero fuel weight is the weight of the aircraft with all crew and their luggage, plus passengers and their luggage and cargo as well. So basically, it's the total weight of the aircraft fully loaded without fuel. Okay? Now, if we add fuel to the zero fuel weight, we obtain ramp weight or taxi weight. This is the total aircraft weight before the commencement of pushback. There usually is a structural limitation figure set by the manufacturer which must not be exceeded, and it is referred to as the maximum zero fuel mass. Takeoff weight or takeoff mass. Now, I know I keep saying mass and weight, and yes, they are different, but in aviation they are used interchangeably. Now visualize ramp mass, which is, like we said, the total weight of the aircraft at the commencement of pushback or commencement of taxi. From that position on stand or gate all the way to the runway threshold, and depending on how big the airport is, the aircraft would have burned some fuel. Now after the aircraft reaches the runway, the total weight of the aircraft is referred to as takeoff mass. And this includes the zero fuel mass plus the takeoff fuel. So this is, if we were to put it in an equation, it would be like we said, takeoff mass equals zero fuel mass plus takeoff fuel. Again, there is a limitation figured by the manufacturer that must not be exceeded, called maximum takeoff mass. And depending on how big your airplane is, you may have a variety of maximum takeoff weights limited by structural limitation, runway distance, climb performance, and so on. Landing weight or landing mass is the weight of the aircraft upon landing. It includes takeoff mass minus fuel burn. And again, the structural limitation to this is called the maximum landing mass. This one is pretty straightforward. Now, one more bonus term is the operating mass. Remember what we said about the dry operating mass? Well, if you said it's basic empty mass plus crew and their luggage, then you are correct. Now, if we add takeoff fuel to the dry operating mass, we get the operating mass. So the operating mass is basically the aircraft's basic weight plus the crew and their luggage plus takeoff fuel. Now you may be wondering, why would the airplane take off with only the crew on board? Well, there are a few reasons. It could be a training flight. There's 3 takeoffs and landings you need to do for your type rating. It may as well be a test flight or a positioning flight. There could be many reasons for it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of this quick video. If you have any questions or suggestions, again, about any topic you may need any clarification about, please do not hesitate to leave your suggestions in the comment section. And thanks for watching. Until the next video, see ya.